out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey from 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Gold is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. From the 45 on second down, Garoppolo, and it's a fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
158 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yellow.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs extend their lead yet again.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
21. 21.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. This will be caught at Samuel.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Well, fellas, here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Here we go.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Wait.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he and drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
11. Hey, alert! Six!
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
11.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Garoppolo now. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
21.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And he will find his man, Samuel.
Here we go. Well.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
21. 11. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. This is caught. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Here we go, here we go. 13, 13. I got you, I got you.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gold to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, 49ers 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence if it ain't moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it, we bout to build it. They leaving it vacant, I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it, I will go get it, that is the difference. I am not waiting, I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right, my grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice, this my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie, that's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie, that's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot